For the albums I recommend from January, I wanted to start with one from none other than Ringo Starr called Look Up. Definitely different than what I typically listen to. Country, but has a lot of influences of Heartland rock and soft rock. Who knew that we'd be listening to Ringo Starr in 2025 at 84 years old, delivering some pretty great music. I enjoyed it overall. You'll see a lot of features from Billy Strings, which I know he's coming off of his most recent album from last year. And then you also have Molly Tuttle, which she is featured across the album as well. The tracks that I recommend are Breathless, Look Up, and then also Can You Hear Me Call. The next album I'd recommend from January is Soul y Sombra. This is from a band called Rose City Band. It's actually a side project of Ripley Johnson, which is most well known for the band called Wood Chips. I have heard a couple of their songs in the past. I'm not super familiar, but I did really enjoy this. Probably most of their singles. The first song off the track is called Lights on the Way. Open Roads is one I enjoyed as well, and then Radio Song is another really great one. This is really soft, maybe some soft pop, nothing too heavy, definitely something that you can listen to while you're at work, so go ahead and give it a listen. The third album for my listen list for January is going to be from Scottish band Magway. The album's called The Bad Fire. Now, I remember listening to some of their albums in the past. It's actually been some time, but when this popped up, I gave it a listen. If you're not familiar, they are a post-rock, which really means they're a little bit more spacey, kind of ambient. Some of their songs won't have any vocals on it at all, so definitely check it out. But I'm familiar with them from albums from Rock Action in 2001 and Happy Songs for Happy People from 2003. I think they can be a pretty fun listen. Definitely, like I said, you can listen to it while you're at work. It's pretty laid back. But the albums I recommend are God Gets You Back, High Chaos, and Fanzine Made of Flesh. So give them a listen. Last but certainly not least of all is from LS Dunes. If you're not familiar with LS Dunes, it was a band that was kind of formed in the continuation, almost like the aftermath of Circa Survive. Frontman Anthony Green, who has done solo work, is most well known as being the lead singer for Circa Survive, as well as Seosin, formed LS Dunes. Dubbed a supergroup, probably because it does have some pretty significant members from Coheed and Cambria, My Chemical Romance, and Thursday. But I would say it's not too far off from Circa Survive with elements of some of those other bands. Now, their first album that came out in 2002, I would say it really felt a lot like a Circa Survive album. This one feels a little bit more like they're branching out. They're kind of doing this new thing, and I definitely recommend it. It definitely gave us Circa Survive fans some comfort and some place to look in the indefinite hiatus of Circa Survive, wherever that, if that ever comes back together. My guess is that maybe they won't make new music, but maybe we'll see some sort of reunion tour in the future. But I definitely will recommend Paper Tigers, Machines, and then of course the title track, Violet. But give it a listen and let me know what your thoughts are. To be clear, this is going to be a post-hardcore, a little bit of emo or screamo mixed in there to be sure. So if you're into that sort of vibe, definitely I recommend it.